for higher ed web. Some of the new pieces of business that we have coming into Buffalo, into the convention center, is the American Cheese Society, the National Confectioners International Conference, World Canals Conference, as well as the National Indian Educators Association, which will be here in 2026. I point this out because this is very significant. This is the largest convention that Buffalo will have hosted in over 10 years. And again, when they did their site visit, everything was under construction, and we were up against a major city, but we won it because of what was happening here at the convention center, along with our partners with the Seneca Gaming Corporation and our wonderful hotel partners. Just to explain a little bit about our overall sales process too. So we changed a little bit in 2023, and again, looking on beyond. But this year we hired a DC-based salesperson, national sales director, who specifically is going after the National Association market, which again is very vital to the overall operation. Again, so many of those site visits would not have happened without that person, boots on the ground in DC, able to represent Buffalo and our destination and our facility on a daily basis. We also started partnering with our economic development partners, such as Invest Buffalo, as well as the county's Department of Environment and Planning. So many of the conventions that I mentioned, the artisan cheese, the confectioners, those are all due to those relationships within our community, with working with our business sector, working with our farmers, especially with the American Cheese Society, working with those people who are actually producing things that are interesting for those associations to then come to our destination, and those attendees will experience them firsthand. We're also very intentional about the other hosting opportunities that we have been implementing. This year we hosted the Arrowhead Conferences Meeting Planner Group, where we brought in 20 religious meeting planners into our destination to experience the convention center as well as our overall tourism assets. In August, we hosted Meeting Planners International's Thought Leader Summit, where we brought in 75 meeting planners from associations and corporate business to once again experience our destination firsthand. All of these folks truly saw Buffalo through a new perspective. They got it. Once we get people to our destination, they see that it's not snowing here 365 days a year, that we have great assets, that we have fantastic community partners, including our government officials. So, also coming up in the next couple of years, again, hosting events that will bring in other planners to our destination. In 2024, we will be hosting the Select Traveler Conference. In 25, we will be hosting Small Market Meetings Conference. Also in 25, we will be hosting the African American Travel Conference. So again, talking to many different types of audiences who will consider Buffalo to bring their meetings here. And the future just keeps being even brighter and brighter than the panels behind us as they're illuminated at night. So we're so excited about the possibilities, and truly want to thank the county executive, the Department of Public Works, for realizing the economic impact and significance that the convention center has on our community, to bring people into our destination to spend lots of money and then leave, and so they don't need all over our overall services. But recently, as you have heard through the governor's announcement of the overall travel spend in our destination, Erie County was up to $2.2 billion in overall travel spend. That truly speaks to the overall significance of tourism in our community, and that was without the return of meetings and conventions to our destination. It's still a little bit slow to return. We're expected to be back to 2019 levels by 2024-25, and I think that the events that I've rattled off truly prove what is going to be coming, and that we will recover to those 2019 levels as well as exceed them in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick, and your great team at Visit Buffalo Niagara. There's another great team that's here at the Buffalo Convention Center, and they've had to go through a lot the last couple of years with the construction, and of course beforehand, coming out of COVID and in COVID, the lack of business. But we've always stood with our great team at the Buffalo Convention Center. I want to thank them for the work that they've done to make this convention center top-notch. People always rave about the food. They rave about the service here. Heard this. It's exactly what happens. I was at an event here this past Saturday, and people were raving about the convention center and the food. So they have a great, wonderful team that's worked very hard the last few years under some very difficult circumstances to ensure that our convention center is top notch. I want to thank Jeff Calkins and his team for the great work that they do to make our community look good, making more people want to come back here because of the work that's being done inside that building. And I invite Jeff to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you very much. From my team, I thank County Executive Polycarbonate and his staff for giving us something to sell. My sales staff and my service team work extremely hard to make sure that our clients that come into Buffalo and experience our city and our convention center are treated well. The quality of service, the quality of food is impeccable. Now we have a building that we can be proud of to sell, and I really commend what the county has done to help make our building sellable and appeasable, something that we can be proud of, and that we can bring people from out of town into our facility and showcase what we are capable of doing. Behind me is part of my staff that is out there every day trying to sell this building. They are dedicated, they are loyal, and they love what they do. And it really shows in what the outcome of the conventions that we get are. We have some, not only the conventions that Patrick mentioned, but we have year over year clients that use the facility for their galas, for their dinners, for their banquets. In new events with, next year we have the Northeast Points Volleyball Championship coming into Buffalo, the national championship for varsity spirit cheerleading, and it's just allows us to be proud of what we sell, and we can be proud of what we're showcasing the community that comes into every year for the consumer shows that we host, and it's really a great day for us to be able to take the fence down, take the construction barricades off, and really now showcase what a beautiful building this can be. So it complements what we do inside, and now we have an exterior that we can be proud of. And from dusk until 11 o'clock every night, there's a beautiful facade, and we're proud to represent not only Buffalo in Erie County, but also the Buffalo Convention Center. So we're rebuilt, renamed, and now we can help revisit some of the more new events that we're chasing after out in the market. So thank you to the county executive, and thank you to VBN for being our partners, and from our staff, thank you for being here today. Thanks.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you, CSEA. Can always get a cheer from CSEA. As we noted, it's not a new building, but it's a much better building. If you have never seen it before, you're going to think, wow, this is a fairly new facility because of the work that was done on the outside and the inside. And I think it's important for you to understand there's a lot of work that was done on the inside too. If you had never set foot in this facility before, you would not realize that it dates back to the late 70s. So I want to thank our great team for the work that they've done, for not only the work that's done to make it look better, but the work that's done on side, the magic which makes it a great facility that people want to return to, that conventions want to come back. And we're very proud that we're getting these additional new conventions in town. And I guarantee when the American Cheese Society's here, you're going to want to get an invite, because all the best cheeses from across the United States are going to be here. I can see the members of the media already smiling. They want to cover that. So to all, congratulations, thank you, and we'll be glad to answer any questions on topic.
What do people want to see outside of using the center? Does it depend on the convention? Do they all want to see the architecture, some Niagara Falls? What are they looking for, I guess, outside of
Sure, it's a complete convention package. So, first and foremost, they need to know that the facility fits their needs. And I will tell you that I have been on a couple of these site visits over the last few months, and the convention center staff does a fantastic job of laying out the overall needs. I'll have breakfast with the planner before we come over to the convention center, and I said, I don't know if it's going to fit. And when we walk in, they give them a whole schematic that already lays it out, and they're like, okay, we can do this. But it also is everything that's outside, that we have the a strong hotel component, that we have a great convention district, that people feel welcome coming to our community, that it is a overall welcoming and diverse community. We just hosted a group of Compete Sports Diversity planners, and one of their takeaways was, we wish that every city was as welcoming and diverse as Buffalo. And that's something that we're able to put out as far as our overall marketing is concerned, that a group of influencers such as that really recognize what we bring to the table as a community, plus in addition to the great restaurants, bars, obviously chicken wings, but it's that whole complete package. And as the county executive mentioned, we are struggling a little bit and challenged a little bit with our hotel package. Without having 474 rooms at the Buffalo Grand, that's a challenge for us because meeting planners don't like to sign multiple contracts. As I mentioned with the National Indian Educators Association, they're having to sign 8 contracts with hotels. The other city that they could have gone to, they would have only had to sign 2. But because of our complete product and package that we were able to bring to the table, they wanted to come here. But that's an anomaly. So that's a problem that we're going to have until this hotel situation is completed. What's also great is that we're standing right here in front of the Statler where we can hear work going on. I desperately need those 213 hotel rooms. My sales team definitely needs those 213 hotel rooms to sell for the future because, again, we're booking things 2025, 26, 27, and 28. So to know that those rooms will be coming online are so important to us. Yep, I can absolutely address that. So it used to be that Visit Buffalo Niagara would actually lead with the falls. We were just looking at some of the past visitor guides, and on the cover it said Buffalo, Gateway to Niagara. And there was a big picture of Niagara Falls right on the cover. Through the years, we have learned that our visitor profile is not coming for Niagara Falls. They'll go because it's 20 minutes away, but they're coming for a meeting or a convention, business travel, a sporting event, arts and culture. And by the way, we'll go to Niagara Falls because it's 20 minutes away. It's part of our overall value proposition to have Niagara Falls, but it's not the purpose of a trip for somebody coming to Erie County and Buffalo. And so we can stand alone. We don't have to have we don't have to have Niagara Falls in our name anymore here at the convention center. And they have a convention center, so it also confuses things a little bit. Now, Visit Buffalo Niagara will remain Visit Buffalo Niagara because, again, it helps with that overall selling proposition when we're selling the entire community and our assets. To be able to say that Niagara Falls is 20 minutes away, again, is part of that overall value proposition. So it's important to us, but we don't have to lead with it. We have a great product here that we can sell on our own. We have a great destination that we can sell on our own that stands alone. And by the way, Niagara Falls is 20 minutes away. Anybody else want to add to that? Yep, so we compete a lot with Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Obviously, they are bigger, but they also get those mid-sized meetings as well. Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island are also part of our competitive set. Chattanooga, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee are also part of that competitive set when we're looking at our overall convention product with our convention center and our hotels.
We thank you for being here this morning. If anybody would like to see the work that's being done inside, we'll be glad to show you that because there has been substantial work that's been done inside in the lobby, in the meeting rooms, in the bathrooms, and we're just very proud of what we've been able to do with not a huge investment. It's a sizable investment, But with about $10 million in total, we've been able to take something that looked like it fell out of the sky from 1978 and make it something new. And it's working because now we're getting conferences and conventions we would never have gotten without the investment that we made. And as was noted by Patrick, it all pays itself back in the end because those people come in and they spend money in our hotels, they spend money in our bars and our restaurants. And it's a benefit for all of us from the sales tax, the hotel tax, as well as, of course, the money that's going directly to the businesses who then hire individuals in our community. So this investment that we made of a little less than $10 million in total is going to bring back many more millions in the long run to our community. Thank you all.
Thank you. Hey, before you guys break up, can we get a group picture?